Hi, good morning guys. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in on my walk and talk dementia series. Today I want to talk about something that every carer, nurse, a support worker and family member will eventually experience when supporting somebody with dementia, and that is repetition. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see the view. So, have you ever been in a situation when you've been asked the same question over and over again, or the same concern over and over again? It can be frustrating, but when we understand why it happens and how we can respond with compassion and confidence, it changes everything. Why do people with dementia repeat themselves? Let's start with the why. Can you hear the birds? Lovely, isn't it? So repetition is one of the most common symptoms in people living with dementia, and there are several reasons this happens. Memory loss, the most obvious reason, is short-term memory loss. The person simply doesn't remember that they already asked or said something. Their brain isn't storing new information properly. So every time they think of something like, what time is lunch, or when am I going home, it feels like the first time they're asking it, not to you, but to them. Anxiety or confusion, sometimes repetition, isn't about memory. It's about emotion. If someone keeps asking, where's my mom? Or what are we doing today? They may be feeling unsafe or uncertain or anxious. Repetition is their way of trying to make sense of their world, of seeking comfort and correction. A third reason could be need for reassurance. Think about how often you or I double-check things when we're stressed. Did I lock the door? Did I switch the oven off? Now imagine not being able to hold on to the answer. That's what it feels like to live with dementia. So repeating is often a signal. I need comfort. I'm not sure. Please help me feel safe. Can you see the view? It's lovely. So let's have some strategies to support someone who repeats themselves. We need to get practical here. How do we respond kindly and stay grounded, especially when we hear the same thing again and again? Here are a few strategies you can use. Turn my camera around so you can see where I am. Reassurance. Even if you've answered the question 5 times, answer it again with warmth and gentleness. Tone is everything. They may not remember your words, but they will remember how you made them feel. So instead of, I already told you lunch is at 12, try, we'll have lunch at 12 today, Bessie. You're all set, don't worry. Short, simple answers work best. Use visual cues or signs. For frequently asked questions like, what time is tea? What day is it today? Try using a whiteboard, a large clock or schedule board in their room. Sometimes seeing the answer visually can stop the cycle of asking. Validate their feelings, not just facts. If someone keeps asking for their mum, don't just say, she passed away years ago. That may be true, but it'll be confusing or traumatic all over again, over and over. Instead, validate the feeling behind the question. Try something like, she must have been a very special lady. Tell me about her. That redirection supports emotional connection without causing pain. Keep the environment calm. Noise, busy hallways, too much stimulation, it makes repetition worse. A calm, familiar environment reduces anxiety and the need for repetitive questions. Don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's about the brain and the changes happening with dementia. Every time they ask, It's not because they don't trust you, it's because they truly don't remember. So how do you protect your energy as a carer or a staff member or a loved one? How do you do that? So hearing the same thing over and over again can really wear you down. And when you're down, you're stressed and overwhelmed, your ability to respond kindly shrinks. So here are a few ways to protect your energy and avoid burnout. Take micro breaks. Even 30 seconds of stepping away, breathing deeply, or drinking water helps reset your nervous system. Create those little moments of space wherever you can. Share the load. If you work in a care home or team setting, rotate interactions with a colleague. When you feel yourself reaching the edge, swap. Supporting each other is part of the job and the joy. Listen to the birds. Listen to the birds. So remind yourself of the why. Every time someone repeats themselves, it's a reminder that they're vulnerable and they're relying on you. You are their sense of safety in that moment, and that's powerful. Laugh when you can. Humor is healing. And some of these stories that they keep repeating are actually quite funny or sweet. It's okay to smile. It's okay to laugh. It reminds you that there's joy in the work that you do. Let go of perfection. You won't always respond perfectly, but some days you'll feel snappy or frustrated, and that's okay. You're human. Forgive yourself. Reset and try again tomorrow. Oh, and my final thoughts on this. My final thoughts. Repetition in dementia is not something to fix. It's something to understand. It's a signal, a message, a request for comfort. And when we meet it with patience, with presence, empathy, we help that person feel safe, seen, and valued. And when we protect our own energy, we can show up again and again with kindness that doesn't run out. So, thank you for listening, and thank you for the work you do. Whether you're a family member, a carer, or just someone who cares. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing and walking with me on this journey, one step at a time. And please, always remember to be kind. Have a lovely day.